you, Bobby. Thank you. That's all good. Mine's on blank now. James Shankel. A big round of applause. Woo! Okay, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. But welcome. This topic is about teamwork. Teamwork. Raise your hand if you're on the team. Are you on the team? Okay, everybody in here is on the team. Not just as a coach, but aren't you on the team? How many of you teach school? Okay, so you're on your school team. How many of you are on your group's team? Maybe athletic department team? Yep. Okay, so this is a recipe for a winning team. And I don't mean that if you follow this, you're going to win everything. Because you still need to have talent, you need to still have knowledge, and you need to have skills. Okay, but without this part of your recipe, you're not going to have a winning team. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. As you said, that I have been coaching and teaching for 30 plus years. I'm retired now. Been retired 1 year now, yay. 11 years as an athletic director, mostly middle school AD. And I got my master's at UNC T.E.A.M.W.O.R.K. Any Pembroke folks in Robeson County? We need to get some Robeson back. All right, so with this teamwork presentation, I drilled this information into all my players. And I'm going to share with you the different types of sports that I've coached so that you can know that this is going to work no matter what kind of team you're on. Okay, so I coached swimming, was the first thing I coached, was age group swimming at Pembroke State University. I'm telling my age. I was still in college. Softball, any softball coaches in here? Okay, I did middle school softball and high school softball. Got middle school coach of the year 1 year. Cross country, that was the sport that I participated in when I was in high school and in college at Pembroke State. I ran collegiately, but I also coached it. Golf, 1 year I had to do golf because the coach, something came up with the coach and they needed somebody with the CDL. So I coached golf. I played golf a little bit, but I played at it. I'm going to have to take a little white ball. Basketball, any basketball coaches in here? Okay, I coached middle school basketball and high school basketball. First coached high school at Coronel High School as JV and assistant to varsity, and I did middle school basketball at Spring Creek. Indoor track. Now I'm going to tell you my age right here. Is indoor track. I coached indoor track when it was indoor track. I was at Goldsboro High School, and we took the players. We had 3 meets, and we went to UNC Chapel Hill, and we let them run on a wooden track. That was indoor track. Now, later on, it's really winter track. It's called indoor track, but we did winter track, too. We started being outside. Volleyball was one of my biggest sports I coached. I started a volleyball club in Wayne County. I coached volleyball, middle school volleyball. I coached high school volleyball at Spring Creek. I coached high school volleyball at Triple S. And so volleyball was one of my big ones. And then track and field as well, spring track and field. With all of these sports, individualized or team sports, this recipe is what's going. So I ever heard together everybody achieves more, right? Yeah? Okay, I'm different. I have to do something different. And I drilled this into my players. My daughters play for me. And I call my daughter every once in a while and I say, what does T stand for? Try your best. And that's what it stands for. Now with players, I said, you still need to try your best. No, do you have a bad grade? You might have a big test coming up. Your boyfriend broke up with you. Your girlfriend broke up with you. You might be in a fight with your parents. You always need to try your best. Well, here's a little flip side on you, and this is what's going to be. I might step on some toes here. Or I'm probably speaking to the choir. Are you, as a coach, always trying your best? Maybe it's the hot water heater busted. Maybe you got in a fight with your spouse. Maybe you're trying to juggle kids. And coaches, we put a lot on our plate. Okay? So are you always trying your best? Do you have a conflict with a coworker that's causing you to not try your best? So you need to evaluate yourself, have some self-efficacy right now, and figure out, are you doing what you're asking your players to do? Okay? All right, E stands for encourage. My players, I said, when you walk in that door, you need to be encouraging your teammates. You need to encourage your coach. I teach them to encourage your teachers in the classroom. I teach them that family members, you need to encourage them. encourage yourself. Does anybody in here like to hang around somebody that's been Scroogey? Oh, here comes Grouchy, here comes Scrooge. And it's not Christmas time. What about you as a coach? Are you encouraging your peers? How about your admin? Are you encouraging your admin? Are you encouraging your support staff? Those guys work hard, guys and gals. They work hard to come help clean up around the gym. I know us, we always sweep our gym floor. But there's some schools that the custodians come in there and sweep your gym. They take care of things around you. Are you being encouraging to them? And then yourself. Be encouraging to yourself. One of my favorite mentors, P.J. Smith, he passed away over a year ago. He would wake up in the morning and say he'd gotten in front of me. He was a wrestling coach, but he was also the aquatics director, and that's how I got to know him really well. And I'm a lean, mean fighting machine in the mirror. And he'd self-talk to himself. Positive self-talk. Teach your players your self-talk too. Positive self-talk. So encourage. A, anticipate. Now, especially in game play, I tell my players, you need to anticipate. In softball, you know that stance is open, and they're going to swing. That ball's probably going to go where? Softball coaches? Left field, right? But if they're turned inside that and they're swinging, it's probably going to go where? Everybody? The right field. So you need to anticipate that for volleyball. How many volleyball coaches we have in here? Okay, got a few volleyball coaches. Volleyball. Okay, so while they're warming up, other teams warming up, you're not over here giggling. You're out there, you're watching them warm up. Now, are those outside hitters, are they hitting cross court, or are they hitting line? Because you need to know, you need to anticipate whether you're going to set a cross court block or you're going to set a linear block, a line block. Okay? So you teach your players to anticipate your game sport. We also teach them to anticipate the needs of your teammates. Be caring. What does your teammates need? Do they need you to pick them up and take them home? Or take them to Saturday practice? Or what kind of needs do their teammates have? All right. Are you anticipating the needs of your coach? Hey, coach, I noticed that you have class right to the end of school. So why don't I, instead of going hanging out with my friends for 10 minutes after school gets out, and I come straight to the gym and I anticipate your needs by helping set up the net and helping get the balls out, or helping sweep the floor after PE classes so that we can start practice in a timely manner. Are we anticipating the balls rolling and we need to shag the balls? I'm using volleyball a lot because I'm a volleyball coach too. But what kind of things can you teach your kids to anticipate your needs as a coach? All right, are you anticipating the needs of your teachers, of your parents? Okay. What about you? Are you anticipating the needs of your students and your parents? Instead of sitting at school till 8 p.m. for the parents to pick up their kids, are you anticipating the needs and saying, hey, Susie lives right near you, Jennifer, so why don't you guys see about working on and get with the parents and start doing the carpooling? And you're not there so late anymore. So it's helping you out too by anticipating their needs. How about anticipating your co-workers' needs? Isn't that a team player? Are you anticipating your co-workers' needs? Your admin, office staff, the short office staff, on your planning, can you run up there and check on them and see if they need anything or offer some help? Because sometimes we as coaches, we get so caught up into our X's and O's and our team that we're not thinking about those around us. I worked at Eastern Wayne Middle School for a short period of time, and Bill Corbin was there. And he really showed me how to be a team player. And he would go around and talk to librarians, see if she needed anything. And he was just showing, it just really made an impact on me. So make sure that you anticipate the needs of your support staff too. How many of you are usually staffed down for custodians at your school? Yep. Yep. And then I hear a teacher's meeting, and we all live together, right? My room has not been swept. And you know what I want to say? Well, there's a permanent problem. Go get it, or have one of your students get it. Or how about you hear somebody say that? Could you, someone of your athletes, hey, Miss Cox is having a hard time. Why don't you go offer her, can you sweep the floor real quick while we finish setting up the gym? Wouldn't Wouldn't that be a nice anticipate me for the teacher, co-worker? M, maintain focus. I told my players, doesn't matter what's going on, M, you maintain focus. You focus whether you walk in that door, whether you have a bad grade, whether you made an error in a game, you have distracted surroundings, daydreaming. They might be tired. They might be hungry. Why are they losing focus? And I'm going to tell this little story, okay? I try not to mention the team's name, but Princeton High School. Okay, play volleyball. And my best server will get up and and someone's hitting a driving ball. It's supposed to be quiet, right? The same thing. Someone's up there fixing to serve the ball. It's supposed to be kind of quiet. So as soon as I'm my best, I toss the ball and somebody right there in the stands. Do something to distract my players. Okay? So not all the time, but a lot of times this happens. Okay, so what are you going to do? You can't go, oh, you win the game because you win. No, you're going to go in there and tell your kids, no matter what, you maintain focus. Nothing else matters. You are in the world of volleyball. You are in the world of track. Nothing else matters when you're with me. Nothing else matters. You have to maintain focus to be the best. Okay? Are you maintaining focus? Are you coming into school with an open set that you're maintaining focus on your grades? Are you maintaining focus on your class, your students? I'm not talking about just your athletes. I'm talking about your students that you're teaching. Are you maintaining focus on what you're trying to teach? Are you distracted? Oh man, if we had done this last night in the game. You've got to maintain focus in your schoolwork too. Okay, so how do we do this? Remember your whys. Remember your goals. We hate those beginning of year meetings. Raise your hand if you love those beginning year meetings at school. Where's all the hands? You don't love them? Okay, but they're important because as a school team, you're trying to figure out what your school's why is, what your school's goal, what your school's mission is. And being a part of that, developing that, is going to make you feel ownership. Okay? So get involved in your school meetings so that you can have a growth why and a growth goals with them. And I know it's hard because you've already got stuff on your plate. You're probably coaching 3 sports. How many of you coach 3 sports? Yeah, been there, done that. Okay? It's a lot. But it's important to remember your whys and goals for every team that you're on. How about your team at home? What's your goals for that? Can't lose focus on that. So tune in and be the example because your kids are going to see you, just like we saw Coach Gordon, see you and be the example. All right, W, work together. I tell my players, you do not have to be BFFs. You don't. But you must get along. You must work together. We all have shared goals that we're trying to reach to be a winning team. You need to respect each other's differences. And I always share this story. There's 2 ways to get a Walmart. My first husband, he's passed away, had brain cancer. But he taught me when I was younger because I was, believe it or not, just like most of you were, my way or the highway. My way or the highway. You don't have to send me like that, would you, Jen? You can't send me like that because I've grown up. There's 2 ways to get to Walmart. There's my way and your way. One might work for me, one might work for you. Right? So he taught me real quick that there's 2 ways to get to Walmart. Okay? So there's 2 ways to get something done, but we need to tell them to still work together. Okay? What about you? Are you working together with your other teachers you teach with? Are you working together with coaches that you work with? Are you upset because they get the gym more than you get the gym? Or the boys are going first this time instead of the girls are going first? Or equipment. Sometimes we have to share equipment. And sometimes we share equipment with PE teachers and give them a couple of volleyballs. As long as you don't take them outside and kick them, you can use these 3 volleyballs. Okay? work together with people. And guess what? You get some people using volleyballs in PE classes, might get an interest and want to play volleyball. So something like that. All right? Are you respecting your coworkers? Are you respecting your coaches that have differences in you? Okay? Am I stepping on any toes? No, I'm speaking to the choir, right? All right. Be organized. For O, be on time. Yeah, oh, that was perfect. Thank you for being late. That was perfect. Do you work with anybody that's not on time? Do you have any players that come to practice not on time? Is be on time one of your rules? Raise your hand. Yeah, be on time. I work with a coach. He was 30 minutes late for practice. I was coaching track with him. And he'd go all the way to the back of his throwers, 30 minutes late. His throwers come up here trying to miss my long jumpers, my high jumpers, and stuff like that, because he's late to practice. So if I just sit down and watch, I'll go back down and do the warm-up you're supposed to do. But I'm watching him. Okay? But they felt shorted because he was late, don't you think? Okay? So another thing with my players, I said, be on time, be prepared for practice. And this is all part of your rules. Study, schedule your study time, schedule your homework time, schedule your sleep time, because we want them to be successful, right? What about you? You can't control everything, control what you can, but be on time. Being on time for coaches and athletic directors is 15 minutes early. That's what being on time means. And it doesn't mean just be there 15 minutes early. It means be ready and organized 15 minutes early. You've got your equipment set up, you've got your cones set up for your drills, you've got everything set up, and 15 minutes you're ready, because you still have some people that might come a little bit earlier and see you finishing up, but 15 minutes early, you are at the door welcoming them into practice. Or you're on the field, welcoming them to practice, you have everything else set up. That's what being organized is. And when you do that, your athletes are going to respect you more. But if you're sitting in the office, finishing up your practice plans, you're sitting in your office on the phone, and they're hanging out in the gym bouncing, one, you're looking for a legal liability. That's another story in itself. That Richard told you several years ago about the 13 legal coaches. But they are going to see this. So when you're late, what are you doing? You're giving them permission to be late. I tell my captains, when you're late to practice, when you're not prepared for practice, when you're not prepared for the games, guess what? You are giving the other players permission to not come to practice prepared, to not come to games prepared. You are giving them permission. Oh, no, I can't. Not with this one. This is my favorite. And you've got to say yes. But I love this. This is, of course, it says one of the most motivational speeches you'll ever hear.
Accomplish the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride and will encourage you to do another task and another and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed
Can you hear it back
will
there?
turn into many tasks completed. And your
Can you hear it
will
back there?
also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made. But you made it. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. Fast SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you were also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stay in your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Over a few weeks of difficult training, my SEAL class, which started with 150 men, was down to just 42. There were now 6 boat crews of 7 men each. I was in the boat with the tall guys, but the best boat crew we had was made up of little guys, the Munchkin crew we call them. No one was over 5'5". The Munchkin boat crew had 1 American Indian, 1 African American, 1 Polish American, 1 Greek American, 1 Italian American, and 2 tough kids from the Midwest. They out-paddled, outran, and outswam all the other boat crews. The big men in the other boat crews would always make good-natured fun of the tiny little flippers the Munchkins put on their tiny little feet prior to every swim. But somehow these little guys, from every corner of the nation and the world, always had the last laugh, swimming faster than everyone and reaching the shore long before the rest of us. SEAL training was a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed, not your color, not your ethnic background, not your education, not your social status. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the size of their heart, not by the size of their flippers. The 9th week of training is referred to as Hell Week. It is 6 days of no sleep, constant physical and mental harassment, and 1 special day at the Mud Flats. The Mud Flats are an area between San Diego and Tijuana where the water runs off and creates the Tijuana Sloughs, a swampy patch of terrain where the mud will engulf you. It is on Wednesday of Hell Week that you paddle down to the Mud Flats and spend the next 15 hours trying to survive this freezing cold, the howling wind, and the incessant pressure to quit from the instructors. As the sun began to set that Wednesday evening, my training class, having committed some egregious infraction of the rules, was ordered into the mud. The mud consumed each man until there was nothing visible but our heads. The instructors told us we could leave the mud if only 5 men would quit. Only 5 men, just 5 men, and we could get out of the oppressive cold. Looking around the mud flat, it was apparent that some students were about to give up. It was still over 8 hours till the sun came up. 8 more hours of bone-chilling cold. The chattering teeth and the shivering moans of the trainees were so loud, it was hard to hear anything. And then one voice began to echo through the night. One voice raised in song. The song was terribly out of tune, but sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2, and 2 became 3, and before long, everyone in the class was singing. The instructors threatened us with more time in the mud if we kept up singing, but the singing persisted, and somehow the mud seemed a little warmer, and the wind a little tamer, and the dawn not so far away. If I have learned anything in my time traveling the world, it is the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, King, Mandela, and even a young girl from Pakistan, Malala. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.
Have you seen that before? Give me a thumbs up. It's one of my best. Only a couple of it. It's my favorite. I'd show that to my players all the time. I taught team sports class too, so. Yeah, I love that. So here's the question. How many of you are staying in a hotel right now? Last night you stayed in a hotel. Okay, so you can't answer this question. You don't have to answer this question. How many others of you? How many of you made your bed this morning? Got some people make their bed. Good. Now we have a rule at my house. If you're the last one out of bed, you have to make it. You didn't know you were going to be asked. All right, all This goes to you and your players. Teach your players to reward themselves. It don't mean, okay, you get them as practice because you have 4 good days of practice. No, but teach them to reward themselves. They set some goals. Maybe they set some sprinting goals, or some hitting goals, or some serving goals, or blocking goals, whatever. Teach them to reward themselves. And this is something that you guys as coaches, I know that I did it for 31 years, more, that you feel guilty when you reward yourself. And you let yourself go. Please don't do that. Don't make the mistake I did. I let my health go. I was so busy coaching 3 sports. I was so busy doing AD things, or family things. I was afraid that if I did anything for myself, I was going to not be 110%. But you can't be 110% if you don't reward yourself too. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm giving you Coach Morris said that I could have this ice cream sundae every week. No, make healthy rewards. Okay. All right, K is kindness. I taught my players that for 8 o'clock every morning, you need to be kind to someone, whether it's somebody at home or someone at school or a teammate. Be kind to someone, because when you're being kind to someone that early in the morning, you're going to start your day off right, kind of like making your bed. Okay? You're being kind to someone. When you be kind to someone, it makes you feel better, right? Okay? So that's why my goal was to teach them to be kind to others. Be kind to teachers. Do your chores at home without being told. Then you're going to think you're responsible, and then when you want the car, they'll give you the keys, more than likely, because you're being responsible. Coaches, are you being kind to your coworkers? Even the ones that kind of get on your nerves? Try to be kind of kill them. I had one coach, I don't know what I did. She went freaking me out. Just said, hey coach, so-and-so. I make sure, hey coach, how are you? And because kids see that when you're not being kind to each other. They see it. Okay? And then they try to put something between you. Be kind to your admin. Your support staff. Sometimes I put those stickers in the custodian cars and say, hey, I hope you have a great day. Or here's some extra lollipops or something for you. Put a little bag of stuff in there for them. Officials. Are you being kind to your officials? Even when they don't make the call that you want. It's hard. Still gotta be kind to them. And your ADs. Okay? What are some ways that you can be kind? Sometimes we forget. Say hi. Give compliments. That's one of the things I did with my players. If you see them in the hallway, I want you to compliment them every time you see each other. Hey, I like your hair today. Oh, I like your shoes. Or, hey, I can't wait to see you in practice today. We're going to work hard. Because that makes them feel good too. So you're doing two whammies. And then I hear them like talking about practice. Hey, coach, Susie saw me and she told me my hair looked nice. And so it really means a lot to them. This was really beneficial of being kind to each other. But ask someone how they're feeling. It might be somebody that teaches another subject. Say, hey, I noticed you've been kind of flunky. Are you okay? Is there anything I can help you with? Offer words of encouragement. But here's this to you. Teach your players this, and for you. Be kind to yourself. Sometimes we as coaches be perfectionists. I grew up with a father. He was a perfectionist. So you're not a perfectionist. It's okay to slow down. Take a deep breath. It's okay to let your emotions out. Tell my kids, it's okay to cry. Go to your room and scream in your pillow. Ah! Punch your pillow. It's okay. Let those emotions out. Okay? But not on my court. Not at somebody else. Do it healthfully. Okay? Take a break. Sometimes you're working really hard. It's okay once in a while. You're doing good. Hey, parents, we're not going to have practice this Friday. Make sure you tell the parents, because if you just tell the kids in middle school, they'll go to the mall or something. They're like, what happened? Oh, their friend from high school picked them up in the mall. So it's okay to take a break for yourself or your team and ask for help. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out to your high school coaches. Ask for help. Reach out to your coworkers. Ask for help. And offer help for yourself. Offer them some help. Okay? Now that was the cake. I have 3 tips. That's the icing on the cake. Okay? if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. I love hearing from her. All right, not good, Patrick. All right, 5 love languages. This is the golden rule versus the platinum rule. We always hear, treat people the way you'd like to be treated. I say the platinum rule. They're standing right here in this very spot. I was back in there, Sylvia Hatchell, basketball coach, coming here, and she said, before I tell you any skills or any drills, you need to get this book, The 5 Love Languages of Gary Chapman. And she talked about how she helped motivate her players by using these 5 love languages. I would love to get Gary Chapman to come here and speak to you guys. If I do, I will promote it big time, because he would be great to come in and talk about how 5 love languages can help motivate your players. This actually helped save my marriage. I was coaching 3 sports and very busy all into my sports and everything else. And I found out that my husband was a quality time. So put your phone down, pay attention to him. But we went to a workshop in Fayetteville with him. And it's awesome. It really helps you motivate your players by knowing whether it's physical touch, and I don't mean touch, that's a whole different session too, but a pat on the back, you know, a pat on the back. Acts of service, a lot of athletic directors are acts of service love language. Do something without them asking you to do it. Gift giving, they might like little gifts, they don't mean go out and buy diamond earrings, okay? Then we have quality time. That's what my husband is, and I'm a words of affirmation. He said, Coach Morris, you did a great job today. Deanna, you did a great job. That was mean a whole lot to me. Like, he came up and said, I've come to see, so we can get started now. He said, I've come to see you, boy, my whole world lit up. Because I'm a words of affirmation person. Okay? So, use the 5 love languages. All right, so here's some also bonus tips. Here, and we're fixing to do some, hey, somebody said about, oh, there you are, Patrick's here, yay! Patrick's gonna help me draw some numbers for some free gifts, but Roy Turner turned me on to John Gordon, great leadership book. The No Complaining Rule, great leadership book. I have a book for him, The Power of a Positive. It's not up here, but it's right here. It's going to go to you. And the Energy Bus, I love it. Other resources is the National Federation of High School. Dig into that. I know you guys are taking some basic courses. There's lots of free courses. And then, of course, the North Carolina Athletic Directors Association, ADs, coaches can take them too. But I highly recommend that you check into those courses. We got some going here, we got some there. We got 2 guys right here that are teachers as well, that you can bounce things off and say, hey, I really would like to get involved and take these courses because it really means a lot to you, okay? All right, so, are you a leader? Here's some people that help me be a leader. A sign of a good leader is not how many followers you have, but how many leaders you create. And real quick, Derek Atkinson, these people took me up under their wing. And if they didn't help take me up under my wing, I wouldn't be the influence that I've been able to be to thousands of players, thousands of coaches, hundreds of ADs. So they could have either just said, I was Coach Johnson, Coach Johnson, you too much. You high maintenance. But they didn't. They took me up under the wing. This is Derek Atkinson, taught with him at Goldsboro Middle School. And Jacqueline Whittington, she was a 7th grade history teacher at Goldsboro Middle School. And Elvin James, the late Elvin James, we coached high school. He taught me, I took papers at track at Goldsboro High School. I was teaching at Goldsboro Middle School. He said, rule number 1, the coach is always right. He goes through all the other rules. I'd be on time. Rule number 10, if you forget the coaches, if you think the coach is wrong, remember rule number 1, the coach is always right. All right, and Dave Thomas, the late Dave Thomas, he got me involved in speaking at NC Awards many years ago, in the late mid-90s. And then he got me involved. He said, hey, NCAA, we really want some more middle school coaches and get you involved in that. So he got me taking courses like that. So when I took courses, Roy Turner said, hey, we want you, Brandy and I was taking classes, we want you guys to start teaching classes with us. We don't have any females. We'd love for you to start teaching classes. And then Roy Turner also said that, came to the NC Shapers at April at the time, said, hey, we need someone, Richard Happy wants somebody to help with middle school Monday room, and we want you to do that. So he twisted my arm and come in here, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So if they haven't reached out to me, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm saying this to you. Who are you taking up under your wing? Who are you setting seeds for? Because who you touch, you're going to be touching a whole lot of people, just like they did. So never forget, you are the piece that made the difference. All right, here we go. I'm going to say the letter. And you're going to call out what the letter means. Everybody, you remember it? T. Yay. E. Yay. Are you ready? A.
Participate.
Very good. And M.
Maintain focus.
Woo, you're good. Awesome. All right. Give me a number, a name. What number are you doing? How are we doing
Well, I want
this?
to start off, if you haven't already scanned the QR code, if you do that at this time, I want to make sure that you get credit for being here, number one. Number two, I've got a name wheel here. We're going to pick 7 people who have registered, and you are going to get a prize. I'll give you a couple of minutes. If you have not scanned the QR code, go ahead and do that this time.
I said, you don't have to. They'll take the prizes. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late. I had to talk to my computer from them. I guess I should just let them come up and pick something, huh? That's all it is. I'll just let you come up and pick something. How about that?
All right, raise your hand if you still need a moment.
Refresh the. So those of you that are just, did you tell them about Richard Hatley?
No.
Okay, so on your schedule at 2:15 it has Mickey Davis. A lot of you probably know Mickey Davis. He's his booking agent, and his session was going to be on what middle school coaches need to know about officials. Well, he had a health concern and he's not able to make it. Now, Richard Hatley, who started this room and recruited me to take over, he's been trying to retire on me at age 70. I'm 78. I'm not coming. So I'm not coming. This year's my last year. He'd say that. So he didn't get on the schedule. He swore. So he didn't get on the schedule this time. And Bobby's going to be at his session before lunch. And he just messaged me and said, hey, I think I'll be able to come up for the 3 o'clock. Because he's having a hard time traveling. So he messaged me, and then I got a call from Mickey last night. And I said, Richard, guess what? Something health issues with Mickey. He can't make it. I need you here by 2 o'clock to do a presentation. You're just making that up. I said, no, I'm not. For real. So he's hilarious. And those of you that know Richard Hatley, raise your hand. Yeah, okay. So he's going to be here. We don't know what he's talking about. I did ask him to kind of put a swing in there for officials because I know there's a point topic right now. So he'll probably throw something in there and then he'll do something. So let's give him a big welcome at after lunch. Ready? Okay?
All right, so I've entered everybody's name who's registered into a wheel of names. First winner, Luke Smith. Come on down.
Let's do your name call. Just come up and pick the prize that you want. Some good teamwork things. One is, if you take a team out of teamwork, it's just work. Be the person you want to work with, not the Browns or Scrooge.
I'll take, I'll take this one. Awesome. Thank you guys.
All right.
Robert Tollefson.
Robert, yay, Robert. If you're new to middle school money, raise your hand. If you're new, so those of you that aren't new, please get with them and kind of network with them and tell them how much you appreciate them being
Glenn
here.
Manley.
Yeah. All right.
Joshua Kincaid.
Yeah, those are great. But John Gordon's great. Roy Turner turned me on to John Gordon many years ago. All right. Yeah. See, that's what happens to get in the front seat. Front row.
Samantha Laquala.
A newbie, got a couple newbies.
Julian McDaniel.
This is my contact information too, if you guys can call me.
Ronald Alford.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I'll wait for that.
And last but not least, Stephen Hall.
All right. We have a few more of these to give away at the coaches meeting, the athletic directors meeting. What's that start at 4 o'clock, Bobby? 4 o'clock. Yep. The Bobby send one. Yay.
All right, let's give Deanna another round of applause. At this time, we're gonna take a pause for the calls because I think there's some information out here that you're gonna really be excited to hear. We're bringing in a what we call in the association a big timer. Darren Cole, he is